Nigri ni Mawanzo. Woe is the beginning. In the name of she, capital S, capital H, capital I, who man Adam called son, S-U-N, Mother Nature, Mother Earth, in the name of the true begotten Son, Emmanuel, I-M-A-N-U-E-L, whose name means go with us, Matthew 1:23, in the name of the true motherland, Nigritia, which means land of the golds, Kiswahili, Nigitia, Kiswahili, which excuse me, Tower of Babel, man's first tongue. Aman kutoka you, peace from above. How y'all doing on this hump day? On this hump day, I am. I teach knowledge. That what you know. I am. I teach about Book of Life. What go allowed mankind to put on the outside Holy Bible, but he did not allow them to destroy what's inside the Book of Life. Kedibucha Uzima, reading from the New Testament of Emmanuel, Agano, Jipya, Imanuel, reading from the first Epistole of Paul, the Apostole, to the Thessalonians, chapter 3. Therefore, when we could no longer endure it, we thought it good to be left at Athens alone, and sent Timothy, our brother and minister of GodWithUs, and our fellow laborer in the gospel of Emmanuel, to establish you and encourage you concerning your faith, that no one should be shaken by these afflictions. For you yourself know that we are appointed to this. For in fact, we told you before when we were with you that we would suffer tribulation just as it happened, and you know. Excuse me. Like I said, I don't read ahead. Continuing. For this reason, when I could no longer endure, it, I sent to know your faith, least by some means the tempter had tempted you, and our labor might be in vain. Whoa. But now this, but now that Timothy has come to us from you and brought us good news of your faith and love, and that you always have good remembrance of us, greatly desiring to see us as we also to see you. Therefore, brethren, in all our affliction and distress, we were comforted concerning you by your faith. For now we live if you stand fast in the goal of goals. For what thanks can we render to God of gold for you, for all the joy with which we rejoice for your sake before our goal of goals, night and day praying exceedingly that we may see your face and perfect what is lacking in your faith. Now may our goal of goals and Father of Father himself and our teacher Emmanuel direct our way to you. And may the goal of goals make you increase and abound in love to one another and to all, just as we do to you, so that he may establish your hearts blameless in holiness before our God of gods and Father of fathers, at the coming of our teacher, Emmanuel, with all his saints. Hmm. Wow. I like that. Particularly right there, verse 4, chapter 3, verse 4. For in fact, we told you before when we were with you that we would suffer tribulations just as it happened. And you know, verse 5, for this reason, when I could no longer endure it, I sent to know your faith, lest by some means the tempter had tempted you, and our labor might be in vain. Hmm. But now that Timothy has come to us from you and brought us good news. One more time. Trials and tribulations. We told you before when we were with you that we would suffer tribulations. Trials and tribulations. One more time. That's because the teacher, Emmanuel, taught us that we should knowledge positive and negative. Go spoke trials and tribulations. That's what he told who? Adam. You think Adam was going to suffer trials and tribulations, but not his offspring? Adam made a mistake, but because of his one mistake, God said he would forgive me 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 times 7 times 7. That many times. If I ask that many times, all I got to do is ask because of Adam's one. Adam and Eve's one. They made a mistake. That was it. God wasn't angry and upset with them. He was upset with Satan, his son, for what he did to Eve, because he is immortal. The fruit had nothing to do with him. He could eat the fruit. And he also knew that Eve could not handle the smell. He knew that. She ain't gonna be able to handle the smell of that man, please. That's a woman. Look at me, how pretty I am. That ain't gonna help though, because I ain't pretty as Adam. So let me see. What I'm gonna do? Because she come from him. So, and I can't catch her with him. So I gotta catch her by herself and trick her. You couldn't touch her. No one touched her but her children, but Adam and her children. Nobody touched Eve. No one. One more time. When you think back and understand that he told him, sweat of your brow. Yeah. Trials and tribulations. Yes. That's what he told Adam. Hand it down to us. One more time. That's what they mean when they say you born into sin. But you're not born into sin that was totally a sin because they did not do anything knowingly to sin. They did sin, but it wasn't like they just, I'm going to eat this and I don't care. No. That's what they say, born into sin. One more time. But at the same time, trials and tribulations is a part of life. Now, the trials and tribulations is that Satan no longer has you. If Satan has you, there are no trials, there are no tribulations because you belong to him. Yeah. Trials and tribulations is God wants you to come home. He want to bring you home. But at the same time, Satan don't want you to go where he can't go. One more time. He said, purely, when I could no longer endure it, I sent to know your faith, lest by some means the tempter had tempted you, and our labor might be in vain. Sacrifice themselves for Dear brothers and sisters, one more time. Word of God, setting everything up. It's being put in the book of life so that you can understand your position in life and understand that part of trials and tribulations is part of life. I'm 67 years old. When I was 18, there's absolutely no way you could have convinced me that I was going to make it to the year 2000. Not at 18. Now here I am sitting up here, 2025, I go to God and say, man, please, shut up. I got things for you to do, nigga. You got to imitate your big brother, Imanuel, whose name ain't God with us. Imanuel, Matthew 1:23. Imanuel, Matthew 1:25. In my book of life, Matthew 1:25 says, Imanuel. Just like in my book, Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 2, my book says, and I'm fellow leader in the gospel of Emmanuel. That's what mine says. My book says, laborer in the gospel of Emmanuel. That's what my book says. My book says, chapter 3, verse 11, now may our God of gods and Father of Father himself and our teacher, Emmanuel, direct our ways to you. Excuse me, that's what my book says. The book of life, because Jesus is their God. That's their God. Jesus is their God. My big brother is, again, I'm going to say again, Matthew 1:23, Matthew 1:25, Acts 4:12, Ephesians 4:13, and Philippians 2:9. One more time. The one and only world's pure man, because the only thing man did for him was to open the door so he could come forth and teach him some of the ways of the world. But that's all he did. He opened the door and taught him some of the ways of the world. But other than that, he didn't have nothing to do with him coming forth, because God planted him direct. One more time. Man made sure that Emmanuel could come forth, because Joseph took his wife and they knew or not. Because that door had to be opened from the outside, for the child could not go against what was before the child, which is the laws of God's and nature. The laws of God's and nature. No child can break the womb from the inside. Joseph took his wife and then he knew or not. Understand, one more time, what you must realize when you read the book of life, then you can see instead of look. Then you can say what you see, because you are allowed to change your book, because it's your book. I can change my book. See what it says right there? See what it says right there? Mine just scratched out. See, it says down there, verse 11, right there. See that scratched out? Then it says right there, teacher Emmanuel. Because I'm reading. And that's what I'm teaching. And that's what can be yours too if you want it to be. You peel that off and then you write that on your book and you learn from your book, so you can be directly connected and seeded it up to go to goals and knowledge that your feet's probably go to your head, the word of the Lamb. Knowledge that we are his chosen, as he spoke and said, his chosen people shall be copied whole wide world, and the whole wide world copies us, as I copied those who come before me. One more time. For your mind. That's what follow. The kingdom of heaven is within. Knowledge, Emmanuel, our big brother. For they will let you know Allah is God, Jehovah is God, Buddha is God, Jesus is God. Emmanuel, on the other hand, lets you know I am the Son of Man. That's what my big brother says. I am the son of man. Adam, who is the son of God, and she, son, Mother Nature, Mother Earth. Luke 3:38. One more time. For your mind, your answer will follow. It's up to you. You can believe in Jesus and let them have their goal. Jesus. That's your God, Jesus. I'm allowed to say what I see. Jesus is your God. Okay, cool. Buddha's your God. Jehovah's your God. Okay. My big brother name means God with us. Oops. For my big brother came to this world, the angel told my big brother, my forefather, Joseph, the child's name shall be Emmanuel, which means God with us. Excuse me, one more time. The child's name shall be Emmanuel, which means God with us. Before the child even came forth, my big brother name means God with me. And you too, if you wanted to be. Trip C's, cool car collected, WWW, whole wide world. Needy, ni, Mawanzo. Go is the beginning. And the name of she, capital S, capital H, capital I. Who man, Adam called son, S-U-N, Mother Nature, Mother Earth, in the name of the true begotten Son, Emmanuel, I-M-A-N-U-E-L, whose name means go with us. In the name of the true motherland, Nigritia, N-I-G-R-I-T-I-A, which means go. Land of the gods. Ki, Swahili, Tower of Babel, man's first tongue. Amani Kudoka, you, peace from above. In the name of Emmanuel, whose name means go with us. In the name of Emmanuel, Matthew 1:23, and in my book, Matthew 1:25.